Alright, so here's another application of Bernoulli's equation. So, and what we're doing is, you've been given a tank filled with water up to a height h1, let the density of the liquid be rho, and there's a hole at the height h2, okay, and let's say that the radius of the hole is equal to some value r. And we have a bunch of questions that we're going to ask. And first of all is, with what speed is the fluid exiting the hole? Okay, so let us understand what's going on in the problem. Again, we're going to use Bernoulli's equation, which happens to be P1 plus 1/2 rho V1 square plus rho GH1 equals P2 plus 1/2 rho V2 square plus rho GH2. Now there are a few things that we need to understand here. If you look at this liquid, okay, the top of the liquid is exposed to the atmosphere. Okay, so the pressure at that point is equal to the atmospheric pressure. So that's one thing. The next thing is, we'll make the assumption that the tank is wide enough compared with the hole, where V1 is very, very small compared to the V2, the velocity of the fluid exiting the hole. So we'll say that V1 is much, much smaller, and so we'll basically ignore the second term. So the first term is going to be P0, the second term we're going to say is 0, okay, and the third term of course will stay because there's a height is h1. On the exit side, okay, here once again the pressure is the atmospheric pressure, so this is going to be atmospheric pressure. Okay, the V2 is what we're trying to find, and we know H2. Okay, so these are the main thing here is to realize that V1 is very small compared with V2. Okay, so having seen all this, we can write down P0 plus 0 plus rho GH1 equals P0 plus 1/2 rho V2 square plus rho GH2. Once we know this, see, we can cancel out one term. Okay, we can move the rho GH2 to the other side and rewrite the equation as 1/2 rho V2 square equals rho GH1 minus rho GH2. Okay, and this is equal to rho times, or rho G times H1 minus H2. Okay, and V2, you see the rows will cancel out, the half can be moved to the right hand side, and we can write V2 equals square root of 2G times H1 minus H2. Okay, now this is kind of remarkable, because if you look at this result, this is something that we could have also obtained from one-dimensional motion. Okay, that if you were at a height h1, at any other height h2, the speed, and if you drop an object, the speed with which the object will be traveling at the height h2 would be given by this expression, square root 2g times h1 minus h2. Okay, so we have this value. Now once you know this, if I were to ask you what is for the volume flow rate, okay, you could take the area at the exit hole, which is pi times r square, and simply multiply it by the speed. Okay, another thing we can do is, once you know the speed V2, we could ask, hey, how far does the fluid land? Okay, so let's say that this is where the hole is, it's leaving the hole with some speed V2. We can ask how far does it land, and this is a simple problem in 2D motion. Okay, so that's this part of the problem.